All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakwadash. Give honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing word of sincerity and in truth. And I want to do this lesson on the site Black Lesson News, dealing with the untold story of United States aid to Israel. And Esau, he's being exposed on all fronts. He's a devil. He's a fraud. And I'm talking about, when I say Esau through the spirit, I'm talking about you white leaders through your corporations. All right. Now, of course, you have low-level devils, but what the hell are they doing? They're making $20,000-$30,000. They're not no focus. You know, a lot of them trying to dress black. You know, damn, carry black swag or whatnot. They're irrelevant. Talking about the chief houses. All right, because when the Lord deals, he deals with top nations, and when he speaks about nations, of course he he deals with them in a entirely, like when it speaks about the house of Esau being destroyed, of course that's going to be the whole house. But when the Lord gets particular, he speaks about the rich men. Go James the 5th chapter, go to now ye rich men, because the leaders of, as it is written, the leaders of the people caused them to err. And it speaks about leadership a lot, and as we see a lot within the scriptures, and as we see your leaders through your governments, your political leaders in the House, the Supreme Court, your presidents, these different administrators, your military enforcers, as far as the leadership goes, military leaders, they're all pro Babylon, which cuts you out the picture. All right, because you're really not a part of this place. I'm talking about you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You looked at like second-rate citizens, and this is more indication of such. But it says Congress passed the COVID-19 relief package as part of a larger $2.3 trillion bill meant to cover spending for the rest of the fiscal year, which fiscal deals with financial year. As usual, United States representatives allocated a massive sum of money for Israel. While unemployment, thus poverty, in the United States has skyrocketed as a result of repeated lockdowns, the United States found it essential to provide Israel with $3.3 billion in security assistance and $500 million for United States-Israel missile defense cooperation. Although a meager $600 payment to help struggling American families was the subject of several months of intense debate, there was little discussion among American politicians over the large funds handed out to Israel, for which there are no returns. Right, and that's how you know America's basically bought and paid for. They because the real leaders of the people are the elites, and they're all so-called Jews, and they protect that residing state because it's a state, the state of Israel, and they keep it sustained. All right, because Esau has these power zones. All right, he has these areas where basically, they, you have utilize, like you have the city states, you have the military side, you have the economic side. Now, Israel isn't one of the city states, but it's a major epicenter of wickedness. All right, the false Jews, through the British Mandate and the Balfour Declaration, they claimed that land. Now, so-called white people through the Jewish communities can now call themselves Israelites. All right, and if they're saying that which they don't use the word really Israelites, they'll say Israeli, but if they were to liken themselves unto such, then that would point the finger off of any other people actually being those people. All right, so they protect Israel throughout all costs, more than you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which they knew are the true Jews. They experiment on us. They destroy our houses and infest our community with drugs and diseases and, et cetera, guns. But I want to jump down to this one point. It says, it is no secret that Israel is the world's leading recipient of United States aid since World War II. Right, and Israel is a welfare state. That's why it's known as the least of the flock. The least of the flock shall draw them out, meaning they're going to actually, excite this war. But it says, according to data provided by the United States Congressional Research, service, Israel has received 146 billion of United States taxpayer monies as of November 2020, and they could have used that money, a portion of that money, if they wanted to actually administer to you Jakes. See, and if you justifying this white man at this point, you got your head totally lodged up his ass, man. All right, everything he's showing is a blatant fuck you. He's not hiding it. He's not. But you know what? They'll have these politicians that are, which these politicians be damn near like soothsayers. You know, they got the smooth speech. They'll come up and they'll say something that will, deter the effects of Esau on a whole through these different corporations oppressing you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. But I want to read the scripture, Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereof. Yeah, and that's Jake, because you Jakes will still trust in America, the good old USA. All right. Jake be like, yeah, we know we was in slavery, but America's got better, yada yada yada. Stop justifying this devil, man. Stop trusting in damn oppression. That's even in matter of fact, that's even in the book of Psalms. It says, trust not in oppression. The Lord doesn't want a people that trust in their slave master. All right. You're supposed to trust in one power, which is Yahweh Shema Shai. Look, I typed in the term trust. Trust is all throughout the scriptures, and it speaks mainly about trusting the Lord and trusting your brethren that's in the spirit of the Lord. That's it. Not to trust in oppression. Let's see if I could get it real. Yep. Psalm 62:10. Trust not in oppression. Become not vain in robberies. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Right. So you shouldn't be trusting in oppression. You shouldn't be trusting in Babylon. The scriptures speak about getting your mindset out of this place. Anything this place produces, you should be against it. All right. Now, there's a couple of things that you actually, you use, as it is written, use the world as not abusing it. But like this vaccine, this is or the vaccine, it's it should be something that you look down upon. All right. You frown upon. You see? But our people, they be totally hip to the ways in the course of America, and this is all they know. When you have a slave and you've been beating them, and they've been brought up in your plantation from the beginning, that's all they're gonna know. Is their slave master. They haven't seen nothing beyond the walls. They believe that that's just life at that point, and that's how Jake thinks. But the scriptures speak about a kingdom, an area where we actually will be able to rest, but we just have to have faith. All right, Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So the scriptures speak about rise up and get out of the mindset of America. Stop sleeping with this whore. In this place that's shown time and time again, his horn. It showed his horns an innumerable amount of times, but you Jake still try to pat it on the back. All right, like it's a snake that's biting you. Then you're gonna go back after getting the poison out your bloodstream. Your tissue has tissue in your arm. If you got bit, has totally deteriorated your whole arm all the way to the bone. And you got it, and you get your antibiotics, and you get your what they call them, your serum, so to speak. And then right after you get patched up, you go and try to pet the same snake again. Like, that's insane, man. But I wanted to go into this through the spirit, because it's just showing this devil, who he truly is. I'm talking about you. All right, these Edomites. All right. But I want to end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Kakodash, the abundance of the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom, Akim.